Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails, a Grand Arena story, guys. I played really poorly on the GAC 28 episode 7. It was it's the first night I was here for this podcast conference thing, and I didn't do my due diligence, and I messed up a lot of things, I think. So I ended up losing, and I'm not going to show you all the footage. I took a lot of footage, though I actually forgot to record quite a bit. And so I'm going to show you guys the parts that I think are worth showing, and it's not just like wins or kills or whatever. It's some frustrating struggles and everything. And so, there's frustrating struggles, but then there's also cool things that I hadn't done before yet that I think is probably worth sharing, honestly, and so you guys can see it. So let's do this. It's gonna be a shorter video today. I won't be getting timestamps up this time for fun. No, because I don't want to do it on my phone. I'll try to do it on my main, though. If someone, or on my main, I'll try to do it when I get back. But if someone wants to try to do it, and in the comments, I'll try to pin it, and at least you guys will have some timestamps. So that being said, folks, let's just jump into this fighting. There's some good stuff here, some embarrassing stuff, and I'm not trying to pull any punches. I did lose pretty horrendously. You guys can look on swgoh.gg. For the full gory details if you want, but you guys will see enough failure here to hopefully sate your appetites for that sort of thing. And yeah, let's get to it, shall we? Okay, so the first one I want to talk about here, guys, is we're using Fennec lead with Grief and Bam here against a Lord Vader team with Maul and Crew. This is actually a team that I used against this same guy a while ago, and it really messed with him, I think. So he's trying it himself, but he didn't realize that I had the counter tech to it, so that was fancy of me. You get that contract right away with Fennec and Bam and everything, and then I think Grief actually gets it for you. Or no, maybe it is actually Beskar Mando, but one way or another, like Fennec almost died there, actually. I got a little bit lucky there, but now one thing to keep in mind, you need to keep Fennec alive as long as you can, and then she's also not going to be doing much damage to Crew there, because he's got so much armor. So a lot of it is just keeping people alive as long as you can. And look at how little damage we're doing. So I went into poop stance there with Bam, hoping he wouldn't die, but then he did die, so that was potentially reckless of me. But we've still got Fennec and Grief here, and we did put some armor shred on him, and now we're doing some damage because he doesn't have any armor anymore. He's at minus 75% armor, so now we can kick Lord Vader right in the nuts because he still has them. He hasn't had them burned off in a horrendous lava incident. And I mean, so we got through it. It wasn't the greatest batters. 63 is pretty good, though, actually. All right, so here's a failure, guys. Sorry to say. I got Hux fast enough with the First Order TIE Pilot thing, and Mara Jade missed me and everything, and then I don't know if I did something wrong with Red, or if one way or another, Palpatine just stunned everyone, and then I couldn't do any damage to Starkiller, and I just died. Not a very cool way to go out, actually. I don't know if people are just having better luck in not getting stunned by Palpatine, or if I did something wrong there, but one way or another, that didn't work. So now let's take our own Starkiller team against Rey. This is something I hadn't done in 3v3, but this is Rey with Hoda, and the hope is, of course, that Hoda does not put Master's Training on Rey, which I think yeah, he does actually put it on her. So that was a little bit scary, but we're gonna throw the entire tire at Rey, and we'll just keep going. we wanna. The goal here, guys, is to get her into damage immunity, which she did it herself. Thank you, Ray. She did it herself. So then, so then, after she pops her first ult, then we can take her down. Is the hope, at least. So now I guess we'll just hit L3 for a little bit. Look at EP just tanking that whirlwind, because Ray only does half damage against characters with a debuff, and EP also has a ton of health and protection. I've remodded him to have a ton of that. So I decided before she popped her ult, I was like, man, what if we just threw the Star Destroyer at her right now? What if that was enough to just kill her? Let's just try it. And then it didn't kill her, and that was a sad moment. And then, before she popped her ult, we managed to kill her, and that was a happy moment. So, happy moment, sad moment, lots of moments here, guys. But now we're taking out Hoda out of spite, and that's also a happy moment. And I suppose we'll just throw the entire tire at L3 for 57 and call it good. So, all right, now General Skywalker. I needed, because I was planning on killing his special, or his Starkiller with Special Forces TIE Pilot team. That didn't work, so I needed Galactic Led. I need something to kill his General Skywalker team. So I'm trying to Zerg it down. I did a couple burners. Now we're doing Fin Poe, and I didn't do the burners enough. Like, I don't know, Fin Poe. I thought that I'd have enough damage to at least get his. I figured I'd get his protection down some, but then I didn't. I didn't get anything down. He just WTF pwned me. So now we're going to use Padme and GK, and this is ultimately the reason I lost this fight. I think because this match, because I couldn't do damage here to Skywalker. I ended up using a lot of really good teams here. I made other mistakes along the way as well. I was a tired and distracted person at that point, so I thought that, I mean, if you take a loss, I mean, whatever. I can lose and it's okay. But at the same time, I was really hoping, guys, here, I really wanted to take out Rex. Like, the goal was to kill Rex. And if we could kill Rex, then, of course, Fives would just sacrifice. But then we'd be one clone short. And then the reality of the situation was we just scraped a little bit of protection off of General Skywalker. And a little bit off of Rex as well. So, hooray for that. I mean, General Skywalker's about ready to sit down, so that's good. He's about ready for his nap. So let's take Basti. I have Cam here and Ezra, I guess. I didn't really have a great third. So the goal, of course, is to take Anakin out before he takes us out. There we go. Okay, so he's sitting down. Now the question is, do we kill Rex or do we kill Fives? And I just decided, you know what, let's kill Rex here. So then, hopefully, the thing is, Rex doesn't have any armor. So the ideal thing would be, like, hopefully we can just take him out anyways, even though he's got all those stats from Fives. And that actually ended up working out just fine. I was like, oh, sweet. I think this is just going to end up, well, not one-shotting him, but, like, from start to finish, killing off General Skywalker. And then Ki-Adi-Mundi died. And then everyone's double-tapping General Skywalker, and he's like, oh, I'll just counter you every time. Double-tap you that way. And, okay. So I was like, oh, cool, he's alone. There should be no issues at all. So I threw in, I was like, oh, I'm not going to use this Jin team anyways, and in 5v5, a Jin lead team is actually great to finish off a lone Skywalker because of all of the expose and stuff that you can do, but I clearly missed some component of it, so we took out his protection, so yay for that. Let's, I guess let's take Lando with Mission and Zalbar. And the hope here is that Mission and Zalbar are gonna, assist with each other. And actually, they started off doing okay. Like, got him into the deep yellow, and then Skywalker was like, "Oh, I'm gonna daze you, so mission can't hit me back, and then I'm just gonna kill you guys, and it'll be an embarrassment. And in the meantime, I'm gonna hit you guys just hard enough that I heal all my health and protection." So let's take in Phasma with some first order guys. I was like, man, we got to get a little more serious about this. All right, take him into the deep yellow. Great, let's do that. So do the AoE. You know, get some healing immunity on him. He's in the deep red, actually, and then, of course, he hit back and healed himself and killed everyone. Apparently, I cut off some of that, so sorry about that. I was like, oh, Scion of Django can do something here, because he does extra damage to people who don't have protection. Though I think I probably just used him wrong. I never use him in Territory Wars. Full disclosure, guys, even though he has... That's the one Omicron that I do have for Territory Wars is the Scion of Django lead. So, you know, it's General Skywalker, though, man. He means business. And remember, Scion of Django, when it gets hit, isn't going to get revived. And then I realized it was his basic that was actually better to do against Skywalker. Took him into the deep red once again, but not quite enough. So I'm like, okay, Night Sisters, activate, and they just killed him. So, yeah, that was that. And then finally, we have this Darth Revan team against Bam. This is embarrassing, guys. Bam, Han, Chewie. So Darth Revan, Basti, and Sith Empire Trooper. And I wanted to show you guys this because I thought for sure this was going to get the win. I was pretty sure. I've seen people do it before, and it always wins. And then Bam put up his damage immunity on Chewie. And I was like, well, I don't know if hitting Han is the right answer, because he'll just hit me back. Which is what he did. And then Basti died. And now everything's looking worse by a pretty significant margin. So let's just hit Han once and die, shall we? Pretty embarrassing, guys. We'll end on a good note, though. So we've got... He's got this Relic 7, Kyle Katarn, with Hoth Rebel Scout there at Mon Mothma, and let's just do the mass assist on Scout, and then the big hit from Landino does what? All right, folks, and that is all I'm going to show you for today. Just some fun stuff. I mean, none of it's super fun, frankly. I hate that all ended up happening to me, but I mean, it's all stuff that I earned in a lot of ways. So not trying to make excuses. I certainly had reasons for not playing at the top of my game, and I don't really regret it necessarily. I mean, I do regret not playing at the top, but if you're doing stuff, we all have those off times, and therefore I did want to just show you guys, make sure you guys saw a few of the fights that just get the wheels turning. Like, you can beat General Skywalker. You need to be smart about it. If you need to zerg it down, you can. It can cost you a lot of teams, and sometimes it's a ruinous amount. And Starkiller is good on offense in 3v3 as well, not just on defense. I think we're going to start seeing Starkiller a lot more on offense, actually, guys, in the near future. So, anyways, I'm going to call it good here. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll do a better recap for the next one. I've actually finished that match already. I'm in the middle of match 3 right now in deployment phase as of this recording. So we'll get to those eventually, guys. That being said, thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails.